Yeah, and they do just that. We actually had the opportunity to talk to Jamper here in the Cash Cup Extra with Clay and Kelly, and he talked about how he's kind of switched up the roles. He's now taken more of the mind in a duo and trio situation instead of being the aggressor or even a support player in some situations. So it's exciting to watch how his brain can take him to new levels here in Fortnite, because the IGL position is so valuable, and we see why here with these players stepping up to the plate in these situations.
And now we see these guys giving up, but Queasy's going for high ground as well. Mackwood and Bucky fighting him for it, not just letting him try and take it, but they're going to punish him going for that. Bucky and Mackwood off to a great start in this game. They have the materials to hold the high ground position. It's just a matter of how many players or how many duos are going to look to contest them for that spot. Now Leo and Andalex have found themselves in a difficult position here in the mid ground, trying to navigate through. Do find a nice layer, can hit those chili chug splashes, get a little bit of a speed boost, and the lobby's starting to clean itself out. We're down to the 30 players, 29, and I'm sure it'll go down before I even finish speaking here, but these guys figuring out who's getting what place by themselves. They're not letting the storm do any damage. It is face to face, weapon to weapon, box to box.
Like you said, face to face, weapon to weapon, box to box. I mean, this game is already off to an incredible start. Arkram, Epic Whale find themselves on the low ground. This is a duo that can quite literally handle any situation that the game will throw at them. But when you have, is this Andelia and Leonata playing here from Falcon? They're looking to make some big things happen. Fortunately, they do have the heals to try and stay alive, but now they actually find a nice little refresh there in Durant. But no, he needs to continue to rotate. He can't afford to take any storm damage in this situation. But now the shots are coming out from left and right, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bucky may have lost high ground. I think I saw him going towards the low ground.
Yes, and it is Queasy that winds up taking it. Took him a second, but he's up there. He's hanging out with his teammate Bully. They've claimed the high ground position, something that Queasy is so familiar with. And now Arkram, Epic Whale still continuing to play this low ground level, owning and dominating in this first game. Already in a top 10 situation. They have 4 eliminations. Arkram wants some more. He's getting some shots in. He's using the charge to the best of its ability, and he's looking to punish some more players. Make that edit on me. I dare you. Now he accidentally gets dropped in somebody else's box. He's wall to wall waiting for one of these players to make. Oh no, he goes down. Arkram sent back to the lobby, and now we're down to our final few duos.
We are down here to the final moments as these players continue to play it out. It looks like Queasy Bully still maintaining the high ground. Queasy, well known on the EU region for holding high ground. Bully accompanying him here in this situation. Smart play there on Queasy's part to take out that launch pad. The last thing you want to do is give somebody an advantage to take that high ground from you. But the shots continue to rain. The pressure from above is relentless. You see them just not letting it slide. Pump taking a lot of damage there to the storm, barely making it in. And Smite now by himself. And oh, he gets the elimination on the Pump. He was 1 HP in a dream, and it was there. But Smite goes down. It's Bully Queasy versus Boyle, a 2v1 situation for the final moments. Queasy looking to get a nice tag there. He's going to try to break him out with the harpoon gun. Bully actually goes down. So now it's a 1v1 situation. Will Queasy be able to clutch up in this moment? And he does with a huge tag onto Boyle. Gets the elimination and takes game number 1. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Haji Gral and company can do, especially with where they're positioned. They have the high ground situation on them, but oh wait, did the zone pull in their favor? I'm pretty sure that was the section they were in. So if that's the case, you are definitely happy if you are Bully and Queasy. But looking at it now, it does look like this fight is underway. Haji Gral is going to take some damage. Queasy now has to heal up because he takes some damage too. They are above the threshold, but the eliminations are there for them and right for the taking. But no, as I said it, they do go down to Surge. It looks like at least one of them, if not both of them, goes down to Surge, and that's why it's so important to get those tags, folks. You have to make sure that you are consistently getting tags throughout the early and mid game, so you don't have to worry about this in the late game.
And now the 5th zone's going to start to move. Nosh doing a wonderful job of just recycling all these launch pads, finding these rotates, and somehow managing to stay alive as a solo. It's not easy to do when you're all by yourself. Gonna build himself a nice big base too. That way he can have some room to play with. Commandment's gonna get taken out there in the feed by Zlem. And I believe that's both Scented Commandment down early. Pamstu reach all the way on the high ground, natural height position, and here's another duo that is in a little bit of a trouble, but I think they'll be all right. Looks like Edgy's supporting his friend Stretch.
Yeah, listen, we got to talk about it, right? Edgy, Stretch playing together as duos, and then Stretch now playing with 2 new players for trios. I don't know if you saw this, Gun, but a huge shift there in trios for the NAE region. So I'm excited to see what Stretch can do with Booga and company and with Edgy here today in the duos event.
Yeah, these two are definitely going to be one of the favorites to perform well. A great duo between those two, and individually they have tons of achievements. I mean, we talked about the trio of Scented, Edgy, and Commandment, but Stretch, no slouch himself, one of the winningest players on this region. And talking about winning, I mean, there's not... I think Epic Whale's name, just 5x. What do you think he means by that, Panda?
Oh, you already know he's the 5-time FNCS champion. Literally, he hasn't not had the pickaxe in how long? Like, I mean, it's just crazy to think about. But regardless, right? These players are ready and willing to take the rest of this game. Excuse my words here, but looking at Savage and Suscript, it looks like they're going to try to take high ground a little early. This could end up losing them high ground if they're not careful.
Yeah, they're going to give it up and just look to take this launch pad, maybe look to reclaim it on the front side of zone. No one has looked up and claimed high ground yet. Savage is going to try and grab it now. Bully going for it again. So Bully and Queasy looking to play high ground once again. Savage trying to get in the box. He does. He's face to face there with Bully. Bully going to hit some shots there, and Savage, and he's the one that winds up going down. Wow. Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Another one. Cleaning up, man. Bully and Queasy definitely happy with what's going on there. Does get the full elimination onto Suscript. And Savage there going through, gets them that damage to stay above the damage threshold here for Storm Surge, and puts 3 eliminations on the board for them. But remember, the one thing that held them back from that top spot following game number 1 was the lack of eliminations in comparison to some of these other players. But when you got players like Andelix and company on the high ground trying to hold it, it's going to be tough to see if they can be dethroned. But with Queasy in this game, you know he's going to try.
Oh, at some point he's going to grab the high ground, or at least attempt to. Andalex gets taken out there by Bully. So yes, it looks like Queasy and Bully are going for high ground once again. These two might be looking to win back-to-back. Arkham's going to go down there to Leo. Queasy takes down D-Roller. Epic Whale grabs the final elim, but right now it's all about Nosh. Solo clutching from zone 4 forward. The zone's gonna bounce back for him. He's gonna be able to pop that med kit, and look who's up on high ground, looking to win back-to-back to start the day.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine Queasy on EU getting back-to-back victory royales partnered with Bully here? I mean, it's no easy feat in itself, but Bully and the consistent performance that we've seen from him on NAEs has just been something special. So it makes total sense why we're seeing this just dominant performance here early on. But Nosh, we have to give it to him as a solo player, doing absolutely insane. We see him continuing to clutch up 5 eliminations as a solo player. And remember, Chucky has been down for quite some time. This is not like he just went down. So Nosh is able to hold on and do some big things here so far, which is impressive. Another player we got to talk about, it's Epic Whale down below by himself as a solo player. As I say that, though, Bully just rains down the pressure from above, taking him out, but not without Epic Whale getting some eliminations before he does go down. So still an impressive solo performance there from him too. Now it's all up to Bully and Queasy. Will they be able to make it a back-to-back victory royale, or will Teo Pledge or EM Zone Paper potentially take it away from them?
And it looks like Pamstu and Reader full HP down below, and I think they're gonna get one knock there. Yes, it does look like Gleppo goes down. Reed's grabbing the eliminations. We know he's extremely good about that. Oh, Jays goes down. Now it looks like 4 full duos looking to fight and claim this game for their own. Can Teo and Pledge grab it? They have 7 eliminations already, and they're looking to clear low ground, grabbing layers. There's Yamzo in his face, getting some shots, but Pledge goes down. Now Teo has to make a play all by himself. and the high ground team's gonna look to pressure him. He goes down there. Queasy, Bully cleaning up this lobby, looking for the final eliminations. He takes out Pamstu. Now it's all up to Bully. Queasy just hanging up above, taking shots, supporting his teammate. He goes down, but Queasy cleans it up again. That's back to back for Queasy and Bully.
What have we just watched?
Are they going to try and keep high ground? I don't know. We'll find out soon, Panda.
Yeah, we will. But Queasy now working with limited material, looking to get a refresh there. Doesn't connect. Now separated here from Bully. He is actually completely going for this pad. So could we see a late drop onto high ground here for them? That could be a questionable play, especially considering Queasy only has about 30 builds remaining, and he has found himself separated from Bully, but now he is able to reconnect here as he drops in, gets connected here with Bully. But no, as I say that, the pressure is coming through. Queasy, so extremely weak, needs to hold on, needs to heal as quickly as possible. But if this lobby doesn't let him, could we see our game 1 and 2 champions fall early?
Bully able to support his teammate there, give him some time to heal, and now the rotate's got to come through. We see Jays going down in the feed. Nosh was fighting for high ground with DGen and Agers. We'll check in with them shortly to see who was able to take that, but more plays are coming through. This is our current leader, and they're having another great game. We could see Storm Surge taking multiple different players in the area. These guys just barely above and should be able to hold it. No one that I mentioned is on the high ground. It's KJ Rop and Cam up on height, holding this position, looking to win this game. Chucky and Nosh just down below, playing second height. Don't have the materials, though, to play it. They're going to try and pop a pad, drop down, and continue to play this position. KJ Rop reinforcing, putting himself back above, and now Nosh has to give this up. 2 builds, Chucky with him, though. Shoulder to shoulder, these two looking to make a play. Gonna have to drop down and try and get an elimination here. Can they do it?
Speaking of people that can't do it right now, it's Bully by himself. Can he do it? Can he clutch up in the solo moments here of this game with 7 builds remaining? He's definitely going to be struggling here in these final moments, but we know that they are champions. We know that they know how to handle these situations, all these fights as they continue to take place. But Chucky on the opposite side, nice knock on to Chucky. He needs to finish as quickly as possible. He gets it. He gets the siphon. Now he needs to make his way in. Another big tags coming out there onto Ed. Could we see the shift be the Bully show in these final moments? Could Bully clutch up as a solo player? But no, as I said, he finds himself falling, but not without getting some crucial elimination and placement points.
Yeah, and we see the Brazilian duo having a great game. Ed goes down, but Nyx is still alive. DGen and Agers on front side of zone in a really good place with their materials. Looking back, punishing everyone on their layer. They're trying to clean this up. Someone is going to cut them off, but not enough. Move forward here in a great spot and continuing to push forward, grabbing all this. These are one of the most difficult zones to rotate through as we go through old builds. Look who's just chilling up top. KJ Rop and Cam have nothing to do but sit there and gather all this placement. Cold's trying to make a play. He's got no mats. He gets cleaned up. Now it's a final 2v2. Agers and DGen versus KJ Rop and Cam. Who is going to walk away with this third game?
That's the question we're going to get answered here momentarily. Cam putting the pressure down on the Agers and DGen, but with Agers and DGen being as talented as they are, they know how to handle these situations from the low ground. Unfortunately, though, they do find themselves pretty weak. They are going to have to make some things happen, and it looks like Cam may be the one to go for the heal off here, and that's what you see him setting himself up for. But no, Agers goes down. It's DGen versus 2, and it's not going to work out as KJ Rop and Cam Slam end up taking the victory royale this game, because with them being so dominant in this game on West, like, that's just impressive to watch. But now, speaking of things that are impressive, it is Queasy and Bully on the high ground.
He might have called it one game too early. They're looking up to take it here in game 4. It looks like Scented and Commandment have gone down. Teo picking up Cold, though, in the feed. And now it's Queasy and Bully looking to grab their 3rd victory royale. If they grab 3, this is their tournament. I don't see DGen and Agers, so they're just padding their lead. Not many duos are going to have the opportunity to get up even close to these guys if they continue to play like this. Now Avery and Jamper trying to find their way through the low ground. They get stoned. There's a duo in their way. Avery looking to make a play all by himself. Jamper's fully eliminated. That's Arkham and Epic Whale on the other side of this. Voil's getting involved as well. He cleans up Avery, and they're going to continue to roll through this endgame.
Man, oh man, this is going to be an interesting fight. I think this is going to end as a Queasy and Bully high ground and an Arkram and Epic Whale low ground. This is what I see happening right now as Queasy just continues to pressure and dominate from above. Looking at players like Edgy by himself. Stretch has gone down, remember, and Leo, another player by himself. The solo impact coming out, but it's not going to be enough. As you see there, just astonishing performances from these players. But Shonyi, Smite, one of our top teams going into game number 2, found themselves struggling quite a bit since then, have found themselves in an end game. So could this be the turnaround performance they need? That's a question we might see answered here. But no, as I speak of things, Epic Whale gets the elimination, but not without losing Arkram. His teammate Queasy holding the high ground, looking to take shots, but here it is. The pressure is in. Queasy finds himself still in control. Epic Whale trying to regain some control in this game, but no, it is all over as Epic Whale goes down.
Yes, he does, and it looks like Edgy was trying to take advantage of that play. He gets thrown back into the lobby. It's Queasy and Bully once again against Smite, trying to take position. Queasy gets tagged up big. He's got no materials. He goes down. Now it's all up to Bully. Can he do it? And no, it is Smite and Shoney taking game 4. Absolutely
in the previous matches, but now it all comes up to where this first zone closes. Is it going to close on the side that Agers and Degen are on, giving them the high ground, or is it going to close on the side that our high elimination duo is on? And it looks like it's actually going to close more towards the retail side, so I think Degen and Agers are going to try and make a rotate here early to keep this high ground.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to, and I think this is where things get really dicey for them. You can see that they're already going to try to just keep that rotate strong. They're doing it early, and DJ and Agers right now, I think they have a really good shot at being able to just kind of land in some of these layers and just make sure that they are, there you go, recycling those jump pads right now, making sure that they are going to be able to make it across the way. But oh my gosh, they're lucky that they're able to land early, because a lot of other duos right now are struggling to keep themselves inside that zone.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see Teo here trying to battle it out in the high ground, but there's so many duos applying pressure. Narwhal getting eliminated, switching over to Degen. We just saw him rotating with Agers. Still has a lot of materials to work with. Taking a look at high ground, he sees it's just a solo on high ground. They're going to battle it. They're going to go for it. Trying to drop out Pledge here on the high ground. Is it going to be enough? No. He notices him quickly. Degen is going to back off here. Whereas Agers, though, his duo has to help him out here if they want to take the high ground. They're grouped up. It looks like they won it, but they don't want to risk it too much.
No, I think at this point you understand that right now it might be a little bit more about those placements. As you can see, a lot of action is taking place on the lower levels of these builds. Shoney and Smite right now actually taking low ground here where they were at a high ground advantage. And so I'm really excited to see how they're going to try to engage with some of these duos. It looks like they are going to, they have grabbed at least 2 eliminations, so that is very good for them. But Degen actually gets dropped here. So what does Agers have to do?
Oh no, Degen has been eliminated. Now it's all up to Agers here for the solo clutch. I believe we have the same duo on high ground that was there from the first moving. Looks like Agers is going to try and do a medkit play. Will he do it in time? Looks like he will be getting that medkit. Let's see if he can get a clutch here. Currently, there are 0 eliminations for the duo, but this is where the eliminations come in. The opponents are low on mats, they're low on health, and it looks like high ground has just been retaken by Cold and his duo here. Shoney and Smite also getting eliminated, but we still have Scented alive. We have Edgy, Stretch, Commandment. Looks like the trios are going to be battling against each other here on the low ground. Edgy trying to find a tart, but he gets eliminated by Nut, absolutely annihilated by that epic shotgun, leaving Stretch all alone.
Yeah, Scented and Commandment right now just taking a little bit of time to regenerate their health, and then they're going to be moving in through those lower layers. Stretch, though, getting eliminated, so Edgy and Stretch right now out of the competition. Cold, though, and their duo still on high ground. And so this is where things get really interesting. Is it going to be Commandment and Scented taking the low ground now, really able to grind out those eliminations, or is it going to be Cold and their duo that's going to be able to take the victory royale here, or can someone else sneak it out?
Or can someone else sneak it out? Take a look here at Joji with 5 eliminations, 180 points. This could be a big game for Joji and his duo, but it looks like Scent is still alive. They're breaking through tarps. They don't have a lot of materials to work with, so they want to find some eliminations. They see Mud there, but no, Commandment gets cracked. Scented gets cracked. Now it's all up to Scented playing as a solo. Will he be able to clutch this up? It's a 1 versus 2, looking for the angles, but gets eliminated. Now, Mud, UD on the low ground. Joji with his 5 eliminations on the mid ground. Elite and Cold on the high ground. We've got 4 duos battling it out for this victory royale.
Looks like Cold and Elite with the high ground, though. They might be at a bit of an advantage, especially when they're able to just kind of ping those mats underneath them. Make sure that they are just grabbing as much damage as they can. But take a look at how that zone is moving right now. Cold actually going to be losing most of their shields right now. Tabs is going to go down, and Joji also very, very low here. They might just go down to the storm.
Oh, but Joji manages to secure that knockdown, unable to get that elimination, though. Now it's just all up to 2 players. Will Elite get that medkit off in time? He does. Now it's all up to Muds, but Muds gets cracked. Elite has the advantage, gets the final elimination. Has won. Their loot is looking very good with that legendary shotgun to work with. If they can find a refresh here, they'll be looking fantastic. But so far, their materials are good. They do have a few extra shields, and it looks like they even have mobility. So they're going to be playing it safe here. They're going to do a good job of staying alive. But meanwhile, look at this high ground. NEKKRA, Miro has the ultimate high, but Stretch is close by. There's a lot of top teams that are still alive.
Absolutely. This has become an incredibly stacked end game for this game number 6. Obviously, Queasy and Bully are trying to maintain their lead over the competition right now, but they're just working through the layers. They're trying to make sure that they stay out of harm's way when it comes to dealing with some of these duos that are going to be coming after them. But wow, this is going to be really, really tight race for that victory royale.
Oof, I love the position that Bully and Queasy are in right now, though. They have such a solid position on the side of this hill where they only have to worry about one angle, and they don't have to use as much materials as if they were doing a full tarp. They are playing this very well to secure as much placement as possible without having to constantly look for refreshes. But look at the high ground here. Degen, Agers, one of your favorites here, are taking it from the high ground. Let's see if they can hold it. But there's a very powerful duo close by. That's Clarity and Nut. We saw them in Misty playing aggressive, playing for those eliminations. So they have a good amount of loot.
Oh, it looks like Miro's gonna go down there, and now it is all going to be up to some of these duos that are left. We've only got 12 duos left, so let's see how this is gonna go. Queasy, though, does get knocked. Now it's just up to Bully.
Bully is playing it as a solo. That was scary as they were farming a building right beside him, but Bully manages to take down one. Now it's a 1 versus 1 situation against Crumbler, but Crumbler barely gets that charged shot off. You can see his health. He's running on less than 3 HP, but he managed to get that elimination. That is very unfortunate for Bully. On the meantime, though, we've got Agers and Degen on the high ground still. Nut and Clarity are still trying to take that from them. They want the high ground. Degen doesn't have materials. He gets dropped down, NEKKRA. He gets knocked down.
Oh no, that means that Degen is down, so Agers right now is going to be the one maintaining high ground and also going to have to deal with Nut coming after them. Does get a really nice shot onto Nut, but eventually goes down. Nut winning out that 1v1 there. Very nice job. Clarity, though, their duo on very low health.
Ooh, but take a look here at Shunyi and Smite. These players, we know they're very good at finding eliminations. They're good at playing aggressive, but be careful because the zone is closing up a hill. They have to make a very difficult rotate here without a lot of space, but Shunyi able to do it here. He's going into the box. He's trying to find the elimination. He gets one. It gives him Siphon, but he gets eliminated. 6 total eliminations for the duo. Now it's all up to Clarity and Nut, who have that high ground and end up getting the victory royale. Very well played by the duo, aggressively fighting against that high ground and getting it at the end. That victory royale, but be careful as Shunyi has been eliminated here. Now it's all up to Smite playing it as a solo in that #1 spot. He's gonna have to clutch some big points up here if he wants to keep it from Bully.
Yeah, Threats right now able to take them out, but also we can see a huge elimination coming in as well to take out that duo. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how the leaderboards are gonna start to get shaken up here. Teo and Pledge playing the low ground at the moment, just making sure that they are not going to be run in upon. And oh, mid ground, excuse me. I was like looking up at the ceiling for a second. But this is a great position for them to be in.
This is a great position. They still have a bit of materials to work with too. 3 eliminations. They've reached that 300-point threshold. It's looking good. I'm curious though, which duo has the high ground currently? I can see Nosh there is kind of taking a peek at it. Maybe already has it, but be careful here as Teo is grouping up with his teammates, splitting the materials. Looks like he's in the tarper of the duo, and it looks like it's Rise and Miro. Your prediction for this tournament on the high ground. Meanwhile, there's so much chaos happening down below. We have Nut, we have Clarity, we have Yomzo, Joji. There's so much action going down here on the mid and low, and Pledge is just able to pick up another elimination.
Yeah, Pledge and Teo right now playing this really, really well. Obviously taking the time to be able to replenish their shields before going into another engagement. But you can see there are duos all around them. Aspect actually going down there. Narwhal going to be able to get a really nice elimination there. And we're going to be able to see everybody else starting to pick up the pieces as we dwindle down the number of players and duos that are left in this lobby. Pledge actually takes quite a bit of damage there. Teo goes down as well.
Oh, and now the battle is coming more to an end here as we have 9 duos alive, 15 players. Pledge here playing as a solo, has 3 eliminations, has 10 builds to work with, but he gets cracked. He's on 12 HP. He has to hit a huge shot here to come out on top, but he gets dropped down, gets eliminated by Gonzo. Joji also getting an elimination there. Gonna have to keep it going. Joji has 4 eliminations. His teammate has 1. Is he gonna be able to get more here? He only has 5 builds to work with. Will he be able to find a refresh? Looks like it's a duo on the low ground. A little too risky for Joji, NEKKRA.
Yeah, Joji right now needs to be able to replenish those shields. Is so low on HP. So it's really about those shields to be able to make sure that they can survive into the end game. Take a look at that, though. We're going to see Osperati actually go up in the height, but Miro and Rise are still there waiting for them. So Osperati is going to get dropped as we do see Joji take that really clean elimination onto them. And now it's all down to 4 teams right now. 6 players left.
Joji is clutching this up, though, as a solo. There's 4 duos alive, but right as I say that, the caster's curse, Joji gets eliminated. Now switching to users and threats, who have 8 eliminations, playing this low ground, dropping down another opponent. That's another elimination for users, keeping it going here. 2 versus 2 situation, the low ground versus the high ground. It's all day, or it's Miro, Rise against threats and users. Are they going to be able to win it from the high, or is users and threats going to be able to take it from the low? Now it's all up to Rise. NEKKRA, it's a 2 versus 1 situation, giving users the med kit. He's going to try and pop it in time. Will he get the siphon? He does. Is it going to be enough time to get the med kit, though? 3, 2, 1, and he barely gets it off at the last second, and that's going to give him the victory royale, reaching double-digit eliminations, users and threats. They are 135 below. They have to find that damage, NEKKRA. They have to get those tags, maybe even an elimination if they find a good opportunity. But look at Narwhal, 338 points. They have 3 eliminations. They're getting very close to passing Bully and a little closer to passing Smite and Shoye. Will they be able to take it home here? Narwhal and his duo partner, they have a lot of materials, a lot of shields, and a lot of mobility to work with. Also Joji finding an elimination. These teams within that top 3 to top 7 are popping off right now.
This is exactly what we wanted to see them do, though. Make it a close race. Make it a photo finish to see who is going to be taking home that lion's share of the $200,000 prize pool. Narwhal right now with their partner gets some height on Dorito, and Gonzo. Looks like Gonzo's going to be able to get knocked down here and will be potentially cleaned up, but they've got to find an angle. Narwhal needs to be able to move around. They are going to be able to jump pad out of the way, but is that going to be enough?
Ooh, that's the question. They still are making a good rotation here without having to risk too much going for those refreshes because they have so many materials left. But also on the high ground, I just saw Stretch and Edgy. Arkham gets eliminated by Tabs. Tabs gets eliminated by Epic Whale, and Narwhal is looking for a refresh now. They're getting low on materials. They're trying to see what they can find. Voil and Xstep are close by. Will they keep harping out? Will they try and find some of these players that are staggering behind the zone? And there it is. A player jumps into Narwhal's box. Will he be able to eliminate him? Looking for the right peak angle. Doesn't get it, though. Now is almost cracked. 10 shield to work with. He has to get this elimination. Finds 1, but his duo partner is still alive. Will this be enough to take the #1 spot?
You know, something else that I've been noticing in the elimination feed is that Mackwood has been popping off. Holy cow, this player is absolutely turning up for this final game of this day. And you would expect no less for a player like Mackwood. Let's go ahead and see what else he's going to be able to do, because as of right now, Narwhal and their partner, they are definitely going to be taking some time to heal up as the zone starts to move in. But take a look at this edgy stretch on height right now. You've got Clarity going down here, not their partner on the bottom.
But take a look at that. Narwhal pads onto high ground, takes out Stretch, looks for Edgy, takes out Edgy. Narwhal soloing against Height here, unfortunately getting knocked by Except here, but his duo partner still alive. 396 points. Our #1 team entered the match with 382. No, gets the pump shot, but unable to secure the final elimination. Will that be enough to take the spot? But finishing out this game, Miro is still alive, gets eliminated at the end though. Now Voil and Except will be
Smite and Shoni, but what? 398 points, incredible performance, more eliminations than any other team. However, Joji and Tabs jumping up to second place